Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of the podcast. Here with my boys as usual, Tosin, Andrew.
What up? What up?
Hey everyone.
Yeah. So how's everyone's week been, man? I know it's a Monday, but on Mondays are never the best.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about weekend as well.
For weekend, actually, you know what? How was everyone's weekend?
Yeah, my own weekend was good. Visited some friends, family friends, and then spent the whole of Sunday just sleeping at home, just getting all that energy back, and just chilling with the girl.
Nice.
Nice.
I was out quite a bit this weekend. Honestly, I didn't even expect to, but I think I had a game on Saturday morning, which I played. I think half drunk, but I was able to like sweat everything out. Honestly, like that's probably one of the best things that I make myself do. Like those nights where like I go out and I'm able to wake up the next morning and I'm able to do some form of exercise, like play soccer or like do some form of like activity, like go for like a HIIT workout, stuff like that. Like those are usually the best weekends, honestly.
Yeah.
And then there was Dundas West Fest. I went there for a bit. It was raining, but it was very interesting to see people still like outside and partying and stuff like that. Like honestly, I stayed under like had a little like cover close to like the area where we're at. So I stayed there for the most part, and then I think I ended up going to one other spot and I went home. But I was so tired the following day, so I did the same thing Andrew did, man. Just slept in all day.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, sweating out when you're hungover is always one of the nicest ways to
Get over it.
Yeah, to get over it, right? Like
It's the cure, man. It's the cure. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, I mean, also as you just mentioned, rain. That's one thing that's been so annoying with this summer, man. I won't even lie. Like
Summer's
it's
is
just
calm.
been, bro,
And
man.
it's
Like
still
it's
cold.
June.
And it's still
Yeah.
cold at night.
It's
Like,
freezing.
Today was so
There was
cold.
hail.
Like,
There was hail, right? There was hail like 2-3 days ago.
I'm not even sure,
I
but I
can't
know
remember.
whether.
No, I
whether
saw
was
it.
just
I'm
not
telling
sure.
you guys.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was frustrated. I was sick, man.
Bro,
I've not even really
so
seen.
so
Well, there's been
tiring.
hot days. But like the weekends have been rainy, and it's like, why are you raining on the weekend? We've been waiting all week throughout this sun to enjoy this weekend, and then Saturday morning it starts raining, Sunday morning it starts raining. I don't like that. But it's what it is, man.
Yep. Anyways, one more thing I was going to mention before we go into our discussion today is, which I don't want us to go into at all, but it's kind of surprising how Kyrie has been this finals. Right, it's like it looks like the series is done. I won't even lie, but I hope not.
Wait,
for
why
the love
why
of the
aren't we
game.
talking about it? Why not?
Because we don't have that on our schedule for today's program.
I mean, we can touch on it briefly.
Hella.
Like, bro, when that brother is shooting less than 35% from the field or something silly like that. It's just like, bro. But Celtics, they're a deep team, man. They're
For
a
sure.
deep team, and Tatum is not even playing great on the offensive side of things, and they're still winning quite comfortably.
And just to like rephrase that, he's not playing well shooting wise, like not offensively, because offensively, like he's assisting and he's doing like he's getting like rebounds and stuff like that, like he's pushing the pace. But his shooting numbers have been awful. I think it's the worst ever in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, it is.
Like
as of today, it is.
So
Yeah.
with no doubt, he's gonna have one or two good games. But I see that he's currently favored to win MVP, which is quite insane. He shouldn't. But I mean,
like which MVP?
It's just I don't know.
Finals?
The finals MVP.
No, I don't think so.
He's favorite right now. I think it was ESPN or one of these other.
Maybe he's wrong because I checked the MVP tracker, and even like on betting sites, I don't think he's the favorite to win. I think it's Drew. It's Drew and then Drew. I think it's Drew, Luka, then Brown, or Drew Brown, then Luka, something like that.
It's fine. Even if it's just 2 games, a lot of things are still going to happen. So everything will still change.
Hopefully they don't get swept, because that'll be quite embarrassing.
Nah, they're winning game 3. I have my money on that.
Do you? We can actually put some money on it as well, Andrew.
I can just bet with the proper betting sites.
just the sheer joy of taking your money would Like,
I rather let a stranger take it than somebody that I know.
yeah,
No. Okay, anyways, let's go into our agenda for today. So for today, we're just going to discuss, we have the Euros coming up and then Copa America coming up. And then we're just going to go through the groups currently, make our predictions there on who we think would go through to the knockouts. And then we'll probably just touch on who we think would win the whole thing or like our dark horse and things like that, right?
for sure.
So let's start with Euros. Right, and I'll start with Group A. So that's Germany's group. So we have Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. I guess the question now is, who do you guys think would be the first two in the group? Feel free to also predict your first and second.
Sorry, Germany,
Scotland,
Scotland,
Hungary, Switzerland.
Hungary, Switzerland. I think on our feature episode with the other podcast, Samuel's podcast,
Yeah,
I said we were like in line. We were all saying Germany was like
Germany. Yeah,
our favorite. So Germany for me would be able to should get out of the group. Then the mixture of the other ones, because of Scott McTominay and all these guys in Scotland, I'm looking at them. They've had a good run in qualifiers from the highlights I've seen so far. So I'll say Scotland will be the dark horse. I'm actually rooting for Scotland to actually win the group, and like Germany, maybe like 7 points, 6 points, will follow them behind. But the rest are just signing attendance.
yeah. Tosin, do you want to go?
Yeah, I think Germany and probably Scotland would be the favorites for me. Yeah, I don't see the other teams really having a chance, to be honest, but you never know.
Yeah, I think for me, I would say Germany for sure. I'm more inclined to actually say Switzerland. I feel to be a toss up between Switzerland and Scotland. Like Switzerland play very well in these competitions, and they typically actually qualify to the knockout stages, and they play very well as a team and everything. But I know Shaqiri's days are kind of over, which is he's one of their biggest, impact players. But I'm going to go Germany and Switzerland. But I
Isn't
won't
Shaka from Switzerland?
Switzerland, yeah. So I mean, I won't be surprised if Scotland finishes second or anything. But I would say Germany and Switzerland.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
the
so
Swiss are actually good. They're actually good, but Scotland is just they've been hot to this. McTominay was the highest goal scorer in
yeah,
qualifier.
it was.
Yeah, so they're very hot. I'm actually scared of those guys, but yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, so okay. Anyways, moving on to the second group here. So second group we have, this is a very interesting one. We have Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania.
Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Albania is a good side. They have the other Shaka brother there.
Yeah,
Spain is also good. Obviously, I think Spain is supposed to lead this group.
yeah,
Spain and Croatia. Is it already? I think it's arranged the way it's going to happen. Italy might not. Italy has this thing where they perform extremely well
yeah. Then
in the competition, and then the next one they tend to always like they don't even like leave the group stage. So
yeah,
hopefully that happens again, because if Italy leaves the group stage, they are always getting to the semifinals. They always cause trouble, and I don't really want to see them in the semifinals. They've done a lot of damage. So I'm okay if Italy goes. I'm okay with Spain, Croatia qualifying.
yeah,
For me, pretty much I'll say Spain and Italy. Like again, Modric is pretty much towards the end of his career, so I don't think he's really pushing to win the Euros at this point. I may be wrong, but I see at least still like they have certain players there that might want to show up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to get out of this group and create some chaos.
yeah. That's fair. For me,
What you
I'm
got?
going Spain and Croatia.
Okay.
I think Croatia, they're one of the biggest tournament teams out there, man. Like I feel like they know how to play tournament football. And a lot of times it's just a matter of are they in it or not. Because I know I can't remember what competition that they really disappointed in, I guess, call it in Modric's era. But every other time they just come, they make it difficult to score them, and then they know how to get you on the attack as well, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to go Spain and Croatia. Okay. So next group here we have Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and England.
I want to take a first dip at this.
This is a good group.
Denmark and Slovenia.
That's a very good group. Why you
Denmark and
saying?
Slovenia.
Oh, wait. That's very, very. we all know that. We know that England will leave the group stage. Why are you doing this to England
By
now?
hook or crook, they'll leave.
Yeah.
They'll definitely leave the group stage.
It literally looks
Andrew-
like it could be England and
Andrew,
Serbia.
just remember that I said it right.
Okay,
Denmark
Sure.
and Slovenia.
sure. I'm really rooting for England and Serbia to leave this group stage. Slovenia,
Remind me who's in Serbia again?
all the each.
Yeah, but there aren't too many. There aren't too many of them right now. I know what you're talking about.
Mitrovic, I guess.
Mitrovic, the
Mitrovic.
champion, is still unbeaten this year. He's not lost a game.
Mitrovic is the biggest name they have right now, I'd say. Who else? Yeah, honestly, I'm not very familiar with the Serbian team. But they're a good team too in general. Yeah, but me, I'm going England and Denmark for sure.
England and Denmark for sure. Why? Why for sure for Denmark?
I don't know. Like, I just feel they're the second best team there, at least currently.
Denmark with Eriksen,
I just Holland,
Holland,
and a bunch of
Odegaard.
other guys. No, Odegaard is in Norway. Is in Norway? Yeah,
Yeah, they're not Danish.
yeah, Odegaard. But they're good. They're a good team, right? They have a bunch of guys that we don't know like that, or they're not mainstream footballers, right?
No,
But
they have an
time I watch-
amazing.
every time I watch
goalkeeper.
Denmark, every time I watch them, they play very well as a team. Like they're
No, they
very
have
good team.
the goalkeeper. What's his name? The one, the guy that won the league with Leicester.
Schmeichel.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a solid team, but Serbia.
Oh, yeah.
have quality.
And then, I mean, Serbia has my boy too, Petrovic. So
Oh wait, actually, I take that back. Sorry, I thought I confused Norwegian players with Danish players. So I would throw England
England.
back in there.
Yeah, Saka.
yeah, I think England definitely would go through too.
Yeah, they will.
Go through.
I just feel like the games would be unnecessarily like difficult because the group itself is just like challenging. It's not like as easy as the other ones where like they're two like shit teams and they're two good teams kind of.
Yeah, and I feel people show up to these competitions on some not trying to lose vibe,
Yeah,
right? As
exactly.
opposed to just playing football, right? So it's like even if anything, they'd rather die 3 games than lose one, essentially, right? So
For sure.
teams are very hard to beat typically.
Very defensive, especially the underdogs. Are very defensive.
They have nothing to lose, right? They're going against a bigger team that's probably ranked higher than they are. So
Yep. So next here we have Group D. We have Poland, Netherlands, Austria, and France.
This
fucking
is
hell.
this is like technically group of death because
Yeah.
aside from Austria, because Austria did not call David Alaba, so
Yeah.
He's injured, no?
yeah.
Yeah,
So aside from
technically,
Austria, the other 3 is like is a battle. It's a battle.
Polish
Also,
team-
Lewa might be injured too, by the way.
Polish team doesn't really have a good chance outside of Lewa.
And he got, I mean, I don't know if he's injured, but like he got subbed off for injury. Obviously, we don't know how bad it is yet. But yeah, and I think the Polish team has regressed a lot, you know.
They
And
have
it's-
Mati Cash
He's not doing much for them.
and they have Arsenal's boy Jacob.
Chesney.
Jacob Kiwior or
Yeah, they have Kayode, they have Chesney. It's a good team. I don't know why you guys.
No,
They have their-
No, but in this group,
in comparison to the other teams, like I feel like definitely France and Netherlands for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
definitely.
issue is that Netherlands for some reason always to some extent like fall short of whatever their goal is. But there's literally no expectation from them, and I don't know why they're not being put under more pressure because they do have a pretty decent team. Um, De Jong is not going to be with them, but they still have a very strong team with the likes of Gakpo, Depay,
Frimpong,
Ake, Frimpong. What's the name of the guy?
Luke De
Bergerwin.
Jong,
I remember his
the,
name.
the striker.
Yeah,
Luke De Jong,
If anything,
Bergwijn.
I feel
Bergwijn.
people
Sorry.
are just forgetting Netherlands as opposed to not rating them.
But
I,
how they've performed in previous tournaments is what I'm
That's why.
saying.
Yeah, that's why they're forgetting
yeah,
them in
but I
that
think
sense.
they're in like good team, because I feel because a lot of times, right, when we watch international football, right, for these cups, it's hardly ever the most talented team that wins, in my opinion. Right. Most times, obviously, you need talent, right? So it's not like it's a team with zero talent, but I feel like most times it's how you're being coached, right? So how you set up the team. Like you see a team like Croatia going as far as they did in the World Cup and things like that, right? They
Hmm.
were very, very, very hard to beat, right? They were not the most talented. They were never near the most talented teams, but they were just hard to beat, right? So I feel a lot of times these guys just come set up themselves in a way where, if we can't score, we can't concede.
Yeah,
Right. And then teams like Netherlands, that I feel like they have a little bit of everything. I feel if they set up a team like that very well, you don't want to face them because if they had
I'm
to
sure.
score, right, they have the outlets to also punish you like on the counter and things like that. And they play very good football too, right? So,
Hmm.
I feel they want to watch out for. Yeah. So I guess we're all in agreement for the
Yeah,
picks
France and
there.
Netherlands definitely.
Yeah, so moving on to the next group, we have Group E: Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine.
This is an easy group for Belgium,
Yeah, Belgium and
which is
Slovenia for me.
Yeah, I'm going
Slovakia.
yeah,
Slovakia,
Slovakia.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm going Belgium and Slovakia as well. I don't think Ukraine will probably be the next best, but I don't see Ukraine coming out of that.
Yeah.
Modric can't do anything for those guys. I
Actually,
just
me, I'm going with Belgium, Ukraine. Maybe because I don't really know players from Slovakia as much, but I'll just go right out with
I
Ukraine.
think
You,
Slovakia have some
you,
pretty decent players.
Ukraine
yeah,
has like the Arsenal's left back. What's that his name?
yeah. I think Slovakia is one of those teams I've watched as well that I don't really know their players like that, but every time I watch them, they they're just some teams in my opinion that just play very well as teams. They're hard to beat, and
Mm.
I just value hard to beat teams in competitions, right? Like, yeah, you're just better off being a team that's hard to beat because
Oh, it's true.
sometimes
They have
chances will come.
Hamshik. Hamshik is
Guy, I'm
He's
sick of
too he's
yeah.
too
I'm sick of
old,
how many
man.
years.
Well,
I mean,
well,
is that? It's never. I'm sure he's never playing for them again
he
at
is
this
still
point.
playing.
Yeah,
Still
at
playing.
what
Yeah.
age?
I don't know. Hamshik
But
30 something.
36.
yeah,
36.
but
He'll still play. We have
That
I
guy
Ronaldo
know
that's
was
almost
this.
40. Like
that guy used to be one of my favorite
I know
players,
he's a
man.
bench
Honestly.
boy. Yeah,
Napoli
that guy
boy.
had a shot. Like, when you're talking about guys that have technique when it comes to
Mhm.
shooting, that guy had nasty technique.
Is Ronaldo
Um,
coming off the bench for Portugal?
Probably, man.
He
He
has
has
to.
to. He has to. He
Is it
has to,
that he
man.
comes off from bench or he gets subbed off? Like, but I don't think they'll give him more minutes. They'll give
I
him
don't.
less minutes.
I don't know, man.
He needs to
I'll
be a
say he
super sub.
definitely is off the bench, but you never know with
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Portugal. Okay,
Ideally, he should be off the bench. Anything else, then they're not a serious
they're not
country.
ready. Yeah, they're not ready to win.
Yeah.
So anyways, going to the last group in Euros. I would say so. Group F: Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, and Czech Republic.
Turkey's been doing well. That Real
Yeah,
Madrid 19-year-old Arda Guda, whatever
yeah,
his name is,
yeah.
that boy is good. He scored an
Not
amazing goal
whatever
two
his
days
name
ago.
is.
I keep forgetting the real pronunciation of his name, but he's
Yeah.
really good. But obviously, you know, Portugal is in the group, Czech is in the group. Georgia, not really my thing, but I think Turkey they'll make it. Turkey,
Yeah,
Portugal for me.
yeah. Same. I think Czech, like if they come really prepared and if they are serious, they can. But I would go Portugal and Turkey. Because
I,
were they the ones that I think they're the ones that surprised us? Was it at the World Cup? Was it Czech where this guy scored some crazy halfway?
I
Wait, am
believe
I wrong?
so. Yeah, because
Check.
They have Thomas Suchek. They have
I'm trying to.
Adam Hoschek. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly,
It
but
was
Yes, it
a
was
shake
Czech.
and
It was
go.
Czech. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
So
yes, yes, yes.
I'm going Portugal and Czech Republic.
Yeah, they were the ones that surprised us. With some destiny. But yeah, I think they would. I won't be surprised if they qualify. But yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
all right, Portugal and Turkey. Okay, so that brings us
There's only one
to
good player in Georgia, by the way. Sorry.
then this
That
guy
was
now
Siemens
from
guy,
Napoli. Yeah, I can't
Kvaratskhelia.
pronounce his name.
Hopefully, he does
Um,
well for his country.
I love players that show up for their countries regardless, man. Like the likes of Gareth Bale, those guys were Alaba. They always came for their countries. It was
yeah.
always so refreshing to see where like players can stand out. When they play within like such a good team, and then when they play
Mm-hmm.
for their countries, you can see their quality. Like it just shows in most of the games where like if they have the opportunities, they always take them. So
Yeah.
hopefully we have something like that in the Euros.
Yep. Yep. So, anyways, that brings us to the end of the groups. Let us know what your own predictions are in the comments.
Yep.
I guess before we move on from Euros, I'd like to know your dark horses and who you think would win. If you've won, you could also throw in maybe a player you think would shine in the tournament or something of that sort.
I can jump in. I can go first. Dark Horse, Portugal. No, actually, no.
Mm-hmm.
Scrap that. Scrap that. Scrap that. Dark Horse, Netherlands. The guys that I have to win it all. France, man. Honestly, just France. If they can put together a similar run to what they've done over the previous tournaments that we've seen. I think the last time they lost to Switzerland in penalties or something, Mbappe missed. If I'm not,
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how we played out,
I
to be
think
honest.
Mbappe missed the last penalty. But yeah, I see them winning again, honestly.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we'll see how far they make it. But yeah, that's my
yeah,
prediction. And player of the tournament, um, I'm gonna give two. I hope that this can be like a kind of like a perfect opportunity for like Depay to just kind of like walk off the stage or show for the last time like the quality that he has because I really believe
hmm,
in him as a player. I think Man U really ruined his career when you
yeah,
think about it, but he's still been able to play for some of the top teams in the world like Barcelona,
yeah,
Atletico Madrid, and he's had good stints there as well. But I see this team being a good fit for him, and there's a lot of respect for him in that team as well. So I hope he can really show up in this tournament. But yeah.
yeah. Okay, Andrew.
For me, this is the craziest take you might even hear ever.
Normal
Because
now.
this take is a take that has is a generational curse that is people have been facing. But I just feel like it's it's time. It's time. England is bringing it home. I think it's
Okay,
time. Yeah.
we hear
So
this every. We hear this
England,
every.
England. People say they're the favorites, but in my opinion, because of the cost that they've been fighting for so many years since '66 when they won the World Cup. Yeah, so to me they're the dark horses, right? No one is really believing England's going to win. Like even at the last one was on a platter of gold. They were at home. They were winning the penalties already 2-1. Some way somehow they lost it 4-2. So to me, I think people play England knowing that England is not going to win anything like till they die.
Yeah,
So in my opinion, they are the dark horses, and I feel like they have to. This generation is going to win something for them, and Starboy Saka is going to lift that trophy.
Wait, what trophy? Like best player or like?
No, the trophy is the Euros now. He's going to lift the Euros with his English
He didn't
teammates.
win anything with
And
Arsenal, but he'll win something with England. We'll see.
that's good. He's won FA Cup with Arsenal and competition with Arsenal, but he will win this and he will enjoy. He will have an amazing beginning to his career. It is what it is.
Beginning.
Anyway,
Okay. Well,
it's still young now.
this is not the beginning, Shabo. I get the reference.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my own dark horse. I think it might be like Germany, England final. Germany will make it far. There'll be a very competitive side because they're playing at home. But yeah, England is going to nick it from me.
Okay.
Hopefully,
So who do you
Bellingham.
think would win though? Because that's your dark horse. But who do you have winning?
Yeah, who do I think will win? Ideally, I think Germany is meant to win. This is Germany won the last time they hosted a World Cup. They won it.
Yeah.
They don't play at home. Like it's like I don't know. It's like a very
Yeah.
very strong thing for them. So I think Germany dark horses. Cruz is playing his last Euros or his last
Yeah.
football
From his last
tournament.
yeah.
All these people are, going all out. Gundogan, all these guys are going all out to get this, and they're at
Yeah.
home. So why not,
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
feel like
this thing like
they have some exciting guys too. Like
young
guys like
talent
Wales,
too,
like
Musiala and everybody. So
Musiala,
yeah,
yeah.
it's going to be really. It's
Um,
on them to win, and but I feel like
yeah.
England will nick it from me.
Yeah. So
We'll be able to
so
celebrate. I'll go and buy
so
my jersey.
for
It's
me,
coming home.
I have Germany winning. I feel like no one's really obviously. I don't see no one's giving them a chance, obviously, because they're probably like third favorites or something, and they're the ones hosting. But I don't think anyone really thinks Germany can or would win. But I think they have the team, right? They have the coach. So is Germany is one of those teams for me where similar to Netherlands, I expect they'll be set up very well, and once they're set up very well, they can very much beat any team. Like I feel like the only team that potentially gives them problems is a team like France, and I think the home crowd push would be there for them. So the fact that they're the ones hosting that ginger would really help them. So I have Germany winning. That's why I think would win the competition. My dark horse is Croatia. Yeah, like I just feel like I've watched Croatia so much more from a standpoint of being hard to beat, and I'm just gambling with them. Like they might be out group stages, but that's who my dark horse is. I'd have said Netherlands, but I feel like Netherlands are.
I won't be surprised if Netherlands has an
Yeah, I'll be
amazing
surprised if they
competition.
go. Yeah, I won't be surprised as well. I think they have a very good team. But yeah, for dark horse, I'd say Croatia. Let's see how they do. And player of the tournament, I'm probably going Mbappe.
Okay.
That boy just got that bag now.
Yeah.
So you predicted Germany will win and Croatia will also win, but you're
No, I
predicting
didn't say
Mbappe will
no,
win
I
it.
didn't say Croatia will win. You said dark horse.
Dark
I
Dark
horse.
said my
horse,
dark
yeah.
horse. No,
I'm
yeah.
like, so where does Mbappe come into the conversation?
It can be in the
If
finals now.
He could play of the tournaments like we've seen that before.
by not winning Euros is very almost
Who won
very
last
rare.
year?
Very, very
Who
rare.
won last year? I mean, the last time.
Yeah.
You can check it. I don't really
I
remember.
can't remember actually, but like World Cup, Messi won the
Very,
Golden
I
Ball
think it
for
was
World
their
Cup and they didn't
goalkeeper
win.
or
Was
something.
it?
It's very rare. Messi, like you see the person there, see the name they are calling. It's like you're calling Messi, bro. You don't forget. It's
But
very
yeah,
rare.
but here's the thing, right? I think Germany would win, right? But I feel like with Germany winning, I feel it would be more of a team effort than one player, like one player going crazy, if that makes any sense, right? But obviously, there's almost always a standout player on a team that gets that far. But for Germany, I can't really say who that would be, to be very honest, right? So I'm saying Mbappe, and again, obviously, France too can still win, right? So my prediction is Germany, but if France wins and Mbappe wins, I've got
I
my
think
prediction right.
okay, I'm looking at the list of winners for the past like 10 Euros. Donnarumma won the last one. I know it was the goalkeeper for Italy because he defined the penalties and stuff.
Yeah,
France did not win the Euros and Griezmann won that one.
yeah,
Can't remember who they played in the final, but Griezmann won that one. Then Iniesta won the previous one, Spain won.
yeah.
Xavi won the next one, Spain won. Greece won the this Greek player won down.
Yeah.
Greece won. France won that one. Zidane won. So it's like Germany won that
I mean,
one.
typically winners win.
When did Greece win?
In Portugal
04.
now against Figo and Ronaldo, 2004.
Four, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, we'll see. Sure, let's see how it goes. I feel like this will be it's going to be an exciting Euro. So, and there aren't too many injuries outside of Lewa just getting injured recently, and maybe one or two other ones. So, it feels like we have everyone that should be
Yeah, should be
represented.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think England. Before we move on, I think England, bro, they have a very questionable defense, by the way, and even like their midfield, I'm not really sold on that midfield, but I feel that's what eventually let them down. But and I don't trust Southgate, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to Copa. So for Copa, we have just four groups to go through. So the first group we have Group A has Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada.
You know what was annoying me about this group? The opening game is Argentina, Canada. We're going to see Messi break from the goal waste. It's unfair, but ideally, we're not meant to leave that group. Canada is not meant to qualify out of that group. We don't have the quality to leave that group. Chile and Argentina ideally should leave that group. So those are my picks for that group.
Canada didn't get any points the last time they were in the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they just drew with France, but we all know that's a friendly.
My problem with Canada is when you watch Canada, they actually play pretty well. They just never scored. They just never convert.
Yeah. They don't have a striker.
We do. Well, we have the best striker in France.
Technically.
Yeah. So we have striker. It's just Canada, bro. It's just what it is. It's like Nige, bro. Because if you watch the Nigerian,
we're about to not qualify for World Cup.
Yeah, we have strikers and everything, but are we scoring? So
for like almost last,
for the second fucking time, we didn't even make the last one.
Yeah, we didn't make the last one, but I genuinely don't think we're making this one. Like I've watched those games and I don't think we have hope, bro.
I didn't realize we have a new coach. Why do we have a new coach?
They don't want to play the old one now.
Yeah, exactly. The other one. After, so his deal was to end at the end of the what's that thing called, AFCON, and after the AFCON ended, he negotiated with them and they didn't offer him what he requested for because he didn't win the AFCON. But the goal was never even to win the AFCON. That was not the target they gave him. So him even getting second place was more than the target that they gave him.
So they didn't want to pay him.
Wow. And they were not ready to pay him more. And he was like, okay, fine, I'll just go.
Yeah,
because apparently they now brought in the person that won the Nigerian Premier League champion, the Enyimba coach, which is Finidi George, is a Nigerian superstar and a legend of the game, in Germany. So they now brought him to be the coach, and we've not won anything since he came. We probably have only scored one goal since he came.
Yeah, man. It's been bad, man. It's been bad. So
tough.
And right now, I think we're probably like 4th, 5th in a group of 6 or so. And you have to be, I think you have to be first to qualify and then second for qualifiers or so.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine?
It's not looking
out
good.
Out of 12 points, we've been able to get 3 points because we drew 3 games.
So wow.
Yes, is what it is.
There's no one. So I'll be shocked if we qualify. But anyways, back to this group A, please. Tosin, may give you a prediction.
I mean, in line with what the both of you said, Argentina and Chile, nothing. Canada, hopefully they can surprise us and make a natural push, because I think tournaments like this, that's kind of where you have a chance, right? You go there with a game plan. If you execute, you can find yourself in a good situation, right? So
I'm going Argentina and Canada anyways. Okay. I feel Peru and Chile are, I would say like there's a good chance Canada can finish above those two teams.
Which Canada? Like the one in North America, or
I'm taking a chance on Canada. I feel they can do it. This might be their chance to step it up. So let's see if they do.
Okay.
So for Group B, we have Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Jamaica. Who do you guys have?
Mexico and Ecuador.
Yeah, ideally. Jamaica just, their name is Jamaican Rastas. That's their team.
Leon Bailey.
Yeah, but
But
Leon Bailey is tempting me to go with Jamaica, but I would
Liam
prefer to.
Bailey.
reggae boys, whatever they call themselves. Ideally, Jamaica is not doing anything.
Yeah,
Jamaica loses games that they shouldn't even be losing, and they somehow win games that they shouldn't be winning. So if there's going to be any magical dark horse in that group, because they're the most technically most physical team, they can be the dark horse. But ideally, it
Jamaica,
should be yeah. Their boys are big. Yeah, they're physical.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
ideally,
feel
it should be Mexico and Ecuador.
the
I feel for
entire
them to Leon Bailey will have to have like a crazy tournament
yeah,
essentially.
but the
Mm-hmm.
entire fucking
Wait,
Copa
there was
America
another.
is physical. Like
Yeah,
I remember watching the last one. I was like, this cannot be a legal tournament. Like
Yeah,
those guys were trying
it,
to take each other out.
it's worse than
yeah,
Afcon.
Way worse
yeah.
than
It is.
Afcon.
Yeah, it's worse
Yeah,
than Afcon.
way
Yeah.
worse.
And for some reason, they let a lot of things slide. Like the refs
Yep.
allow some tackles where it's like you could have actually killed that guy. Like
Mm-hmm.
But
There's another player that switched allegiance to Jamaica from in the Premier League this year. I can't remember his name, but he's also good. It's not Bailey, someone else. Some other guy.
yeah.
Hopefully, it works out
Anyways,
for
yeah.
them.
So me, I'm going Mexico and Ecuador as well. Yeah, I think those are the two teams that will come out of that group.
Mikel Antonio,
So next, Sterling they
Andrew.
should poach Sterling.
Andrew, is that who you're talking about?
It probably is. I think Antonio was one that switched from. Where did he even
And then
switch
they
from?
also have
Somebody.
Damari Gray. They have Bobby.
It was Gray or something. I don't know.
They have Bobby Cordova.
Yeah.
I remember watching a TikTok of them and they're like asking like who the most famous player they know.
And they were saying it's Leon Bailey.
They're
Who's
saying
phone
it's
on your contact list?
Yeah, all they were
Yeah,
saying
you can see.
Liam Bailey.
if they click, they can go out of the group.
all-
Nothing more than that.
I mean, you have I've been holding myself from saying that honestly because I didn't want to sound ignorant, but thank you, Andrew.
If they score, that's all I'll be shouting for 1 week.
I mean, you have an attacking front three of Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, and Damari Gray, and they all are like decent players on those wings. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Leon Bailey is like a top 10, top 20 winger on the right.
In the world or in where?
In the world or whatever. Like
Maybe
top
Prem.
or maybe Prem, top 20 or whatever you want.
In Aston Villa.
Based off this season, Leo Bailey is probably like a top 20, top 30, like right winger. Like go look at his numbers too.
Okay, if you say top 30 right wing guy in the world, like maybe
in the Premier League. I don't know how you guys.
But in Premier League, if you're saying top 10 right wing guys in the Premier League, I can agree to that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a better way to put it. Okay, so maybe top 10 that would work better for him in that case. And then Damari Gray, I don't even know. This guy was good at some point, but we still know he's very like I think his potential is like that of Ademola Lookman, right? But he just hasn't lived up to it, right? But I think you can see similarities in their game. And Michael Antonio, I'm not sure if I pronounced his name correctly, but he's just someone you don't know what to expect from this guy. Like he can score a couple goals. We know he's quite clumsy or he looks clumsy as a player, but he can get the ball into the nets, right? And if you're not wary of him, then he can definitely punish you.
Yeah.
So they have a chance.
Yeah, they do for sure. Anyway, so next group here we have Group C. We have USA, Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia. I'm going Uruguay and USA. Anyways,
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Uruguay finished top, and USA finished second.
USA. Do they have a shot realistically in this tournament?
They have
like to win it.
but those guys are not just serious, man. Like
You know
They
what?
want to win it. You don't forget that this is their first Copa America. They're not winning anything. They don't even know what
they're not winning it.
They don't know what they signed up for.
They can be better.
I'm actually surprised that US haven't done a better job like poaching players the way like England have. Like there are a lot of players that I feel like US can kind of like just claim and potentially like build a team around those guys. Like I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm sure the US would have a lot of like mixed players that, potentially could join a team or form a team.
Here's the issue, Tosin, right? the reason England are able to poach a lot of players is because a lot of those guys
Play in the league.
players and they grew up in England, right? So a lot of those
Got it.
guys go to academies and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, they are English, right? But on the flip side,
USA players have to go outside
anybody
of
anybody developing themselves in the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these guys, as much as USA have the power to do certain things, right? It's just like at the end of the day, those players are not, homegrown. Like speaking from the
Yeah.
USA's
Well
perspective,
said.
right?
Well
So
said. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like if it was basketball, for instance, that's where, for instance, you see someone like Embiid now, for instance, how they're able to poach him
Mm-hmm.
because the NBA is the best league in the world, essentially.
For sure.
I feel that's how, yeah, maybe that's why they're not able to poach guys like that. But yeah, Andrew, what are your thoughts there?
Man, I don't really see USA qualifying. So me, Uruguay, Panama. I just don't see them qualifying. USA is not just. This is Copa.
Panama, what USA is kind of crazy, dude.
This is Copa America, bro. This is not.
This nigga tweaking.
They're going to 2 foot tackle where and all those. What's that guy's name?
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Not.
But
Like,
you know what's for USA?
Did you watch USA Colombia?
Yeah.
How many did they give them?
5-5. I know.
Exactly.
Andrew, name one player on Panama.
I don't need to name any player on Panama. It's USA we're talking about, bro. Ghana was piping USA that year. Anybody can pipe USA now. It's football.
No, I feel they would qualify just because they are significantly more talented than
It's
Panama
Copa America. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hear that, but because of that is why they won't go past, the first stage of knockouts. But also, USA is a disappointing team in general because when it comes to talent, I think they're one of the more talented teams, but they're just never able to convert their talent to anything. Right? Maybe it's just because it's USA and football, so maybe it's just not for them. Like you see guys like Pulisic has been hanging on potential for the last 5 years. Doesn't want to make the next step. Right. So I feel like that's what they suffer from with most of their players. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to the last group. We have Brazil,
This is
Colombia,
the toughest group.
Paraguay, and Costa Rica.
That's a group of deaths.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think this one is easy for me, Brazil and Colombia.
It might be easy for like you to just say Brazil and Colombia, which is obviously what three of us are going to say. But the games are going to be tough. All games are going to be tough. There's no easy game there.
Not for
Even
Brazil.
in Brazil.
I guess forgetting who Costa Rica is.
There's no easy game there.
I think Costa Rica, maybe easy is not the word, but like I think they would deck Costa Rica comfortably.
There's no player from Costa Rica that we know.
Yeah, and also the last World Cup they were quite ass, bro.
They were ass and all that. Look at this.
Campbell is their star boy.
No, they have a good keeper.
Campbell from Arsenal.
They have Navas.
Yeah, but that's their star boy.
No, they have Navas now. They have Kilo Navas.
That's the keeper, man. I beg.
Look at their stat.
I mean, that's how he made his name, though.
Against who? But yeah, so it's like when you look at their team, I can't. It's so bad that I can't even tell which one is.
Now we can skip this. We don't need to like.
But anyways, like Costa Rica, they're very okay team. But they are beating teams that are even way worse, like teams that didn't make it essentially, right? So, but yeah. Anyways, so anybody have anything different from Brazil and Colombia?
Nah, you good?
Yeah. Nope. So
good.
I think next thing here is for us to. For a roundup is speak on our dark horse who we think could win and any standout players you I guess you expect.
Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting for me. This is like what I'm waiting for.
I already have my answer.
Yeah, let me jump in. Mine is pretty straightforward. I think Brazil finally win this. I think they take out I don't know if we call it the distraction or the pressure that Neymar had on that team. He's made it to the finals like the last time, all that good stuff. But I think now they're able to play as a team because most of the players are at like at par and they're like equal stages in their career. Like especially when you look at like the front three, some of the more established players that we know within the team right now. So Brazil are favorites for me. Dark horse. Are they really dark horses? Argentina always just have a chance with Messi. I guess they're not really a dark horse, but
Yeah.
they're my second favorite to win. And player of the tournament, again, another someone from Brazil. It could be Vinicius, it could be Rodrigo, but just for this tournament, based off form and everything, I would like to go with Rodrigo. Vinicius, if he plays well, I think he wins the Ballon d'Or. But let's see how that plays out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to go?
Yeah. Mexico is an exciting team in this in football generally. I mean, and I feel like in this tournament, but the last group, Colombia and Brazil, I feel like that's where the winners will come from. So my dark horse will be Colombia, and my winner will be Brazil.
This guy stole my
I feel
this thing bar for bar, man.
Colombia is one of the best teams.
Yeah, like, from that like the most informed team right now. Yeah, they've only lost in 2 years.
They're playing solid football.
Yeah.
And they're scoring, goals from left, right, and center. They don't need to get to your post.
They have Nunes
from outside.
I said Nunes. They have Diaz.
Diaz on the left. Yeah.
So they're very good. But yeah, now let me land on the point I was trying to make all day. This is Hendrick's tournament, right? Hendrick is in this tournament not to win the Ballon d'Or or all that. Hendrick is in this tournament to make his name. So far, I've been watching Hendrick. He has not played a game with Brazil and he didn't score. So far, Hendrick is in this team. Hendrick is going to score crucial goals. Hendrick doesn't score. He doesn't play full time. So he doesn't score. He's not playing the game to win. He's just coming at the end to score that goal, that all-important goal. It's going to be a super sub. It's going to be the Chicharito for Fergie. That's the player Hendrick is going to be. So it's going to be the key factor for Brazil in this tournament. Rodrigo, Vini, they will play their full, they'll get more playing time. But if the game is locked anyway, like it's a 1-1 game, 2-1 game, it's a bit dicey. Once Hendrick comes in, the game changes. People think Hendrick's football is about control, speed, shooting, passing. It's not really about that. If you ever have time to watch Hendrick, like a full game of Hendrick, you understand that he's just an opportunist. It's just like the new version of Inzaghi, the Nistelrooy of 2002. They're just here to win. Just one touch, one funny kind of goal that will just settle the thing. I don't know. I think it's like luck that is on him, but it's something
I know what you mean because there are certain players, right? And I feel like that's the comparison you're making where you can't really point out what so much about them, but they just score. They just get involved, right? And I'm not making a direct comparison here, but like just for reference, maybe someone like say Dele Alli, for instance, where it's just like when Dele Alli was playing his best, like it was not like Dele Alli was the fastest guy or the nastiest finisher, or you can think he just always found himself in the right position.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. With Hendrick.
I feel it's a talent. Hendrick. I feel like it's some form of like
it is
talent that is unidentifiable. Like you can't really pinpoint what exactly it is, but I agree with you guys completely. Sorry, I wanted to do something quickly. I wanted to change my dark horse to Uruguay. Sorry, so I'm going with Uruguay for my dark horse. Yeah,
that's a good dark horse. So.
Yeah, that's a tough team.
But based on that as well, Tosin, just like there are players like that, right? Where because you don't teach those things. Like I'm a firm believer, you can improve your positioning and IQ and things like that. But like there's a knack for goal that some players have that you can never teach it, bro. Like
and I saw that with Bellingham when he joined Madrid as well, and even when he played for Dortmund. Like when you watch some games by Bellingham, a lot of people come out and criticize that, oh, he's not even that good, he's not that this, but certain players just have that quick reaction or reflex or whatever it is that puts them in the position to always score. You can look at different scenarios. Like Hendrick, for example, I barely watched this guy. I barely watched some of the Brazil's like games, but he's always scoring whenever he's brought onto the pitch. And you cannot, as a defender, understand it because a player like that should be playing the full 90 minutes. When you bring him on when he has like 30, 40 minutes and people are slightly tired or this or that, he's going to take advantage of that every single game. Every single game. So if that's their tactic, it's definitely going to work. I agree with you, Andrew.
And I think it is their tactic. If you look at their preparation games to this cup, like there's just no reason why it will happen 3 times in a row. Like there's no way you can call that even coincidence. It's obviously a game plan, and obviously the boy understands what it is. He knows how to read the game. He knows where to
Yeah.
be.
And
It's not that
he has watched
exactly.
opportunities coming on, so he understands what's going on. So
It's like when you are playing game and you just imagine that, okay, if I'm here, I will be the one. Like you've already done everything in your head, and then you go there, and then the ball comes, and you just do it the way you imagine it. I think he has that. It's like a spirit guiding him. It's just
yeah,
weird, and it's going
and
to be evident in this cup. And we're all going to be surprised. That's
No,
what I think.
but what it is when you play within a team like Brazil that creates a lot of those chances, one of them are bound to go. And if you're a good player, if you're a player that has, you know,
Facts.
the right mindset, you're always going to put yourself in. And that's why you need a player that's young and wants to prove himself, because that guy's going to go for
True.
every single chance, like every single cross, every single like attempt on goal. He's running for the rebound, like every single opportunity to put himself out there. And no one would say, but this guy's an industry plant.
It
He has
is, and that's
like
how he plays the game.
I don't know. I don't have any other way to say it, but literally, like, I've never seen a situation where a player has been like put on such a high pedestal, and he just keeps showing up in the moment. It
It's
doesn't make sense
scary.
to me. Like it is. You know, there could be some stuff to it, but
yeah, but yeah. I mean, to round it up, at least this, before I give my prediction, is we have like the two players that come to mind, right? And I feel like players always undermine what they did. Is like, say someone like Lampard, for instance, right? I feel Lampard's one of those players where he just always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Do you get what I'm saying? Where you're just like, okay, how is this guy always perfectly arriving in the box at the right time? Or if the ball is coming out of the box, even Gerrard as well, like they just always seem to be there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they're playing professionals that aren't aware of that, but like in the moment, they just know how to read those things. And then the other player that I feel people don't give enough credit for, that is Ronaldo. People talk about how Ronaldo, tapping merchant and this one and that one and that one. And it's just like, it's even same thing with Haaland too sometimes. It's just like, it is like, it is a skill to be able to place yourself in those positions, right? A player that is only scoring tap-ins, bro, best believe
there's a reason why.
there's a reason why he's scoring tap-ins. Like, it's not because of everything everyone else wants to push based off of their agenda, but there's a reason why. Any striker in this world that could have the chance to score tap-ins, why would you not pick a tap-in over a difficult, like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I feel like
Yeah.
players don't get enough credit for things like that, where it's just like, oh, this guy's a tapping merchant. And it's just like, bro, like, you're undermining everything this guy does up until just the tapping. It is not easy to find yourself in a position where you just tap in.
I
Right.
think Ronaldo, and I don't know, Kaide, maybe you didn't see him being given credit for this, but I think a lot of people recognize that when he moved from being like a winger to a striker, because he was scoring goals at such a high rate that we had to give him credit for something, like, because he was scoring the goals from outside the box as well. But when he started playing for Madrid, he
Yeah.
was scoring a lot of tap-ins or like headers and things like that, where
Yeah.
like he was just in the right position. And it looks like, oh, he's always in the right position, but he puts himself in that position like 10 times in a game or more. And then when he scores those goals, you're like, oh wow, he just happened to be there. No, if you watch a lot of clips before that, every time a good midfielder has the ball, is looking at chances, he's making that run into the box. He's making
The right run, not running anywhere.
exactly making the right run, thinking that, okay, if the keeper punches it out, where does the ball come to? These things,
Yes.
some of it
Yeah.
is some of this is
Also-
instincts, like
It's
Also-
not easy. Oh.
Also, Tosin, there's a lot of times you because as an attacker, right? If you make runs, right? So there are a lot of times where on the field there's like probably 10 places you can make your run towards, right? And by 10 places, I'm just saying, like, if you want to be really, really exact, like maybe the left side of the box, the left corner of the box, like things like that, right? But you also using your brain to understand that, if I make my run to the left side and the pass comes, it might be harder for me to angle this and score from here, or I might have to pass again versus, if I go far post, that way if this guy makes this cross, all I need is a touch. Like little detail like that is where the difference is made, where, it's unlike Nicholas Jackson. He's running to a stupid position where it's just like, bro, how do you want to score from there? How do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. How do you want to receive that pass? Like, bro. So it's things like that stresses you sometimes, and that's why it's annoying when certain attackers are not given credit for being in certain positions. And someone that is also good with that too, which was the annoying for, is like Nunes. I feel like Nunes has a knack for goal, but he'll get in that position too, and just is his own problem is his finishing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Well, anyways,
I'll make sure I tune into like most games like that Brazil is playing. Especially, I want to study this Endrick boy. It's very scary. And then I also watch Uruguay's games and Colombia's games.
Sure.
Definitely, those are teams to watch.
But yeah, so anyways, so my own prediction, Sha, I feel I'm torn between Brazil and Argentina. But I just feel the story just goes for Brazil right now. Like, it's just one of those things where everything just points towards Brazil winning. So I'm going to go with Brazil, and I feel like Messi has to have like a special tournament for Argentina to win, and I don't see Messi having like.
He's not even on form.
Yeah, so I don't see him doing anything.
He's actually Andrew.
He's playing well. He's playing well for Messi for years.
That's not form.
Anyway, I mean, by Messi standards, sure, but like he's been playing like he's playing very well, like for Inter Miami. Like, he's involved in all their goals.
As Inter Miami is MLS.
I get that.
You know the form that he was on last year before the season ended. That Inter Miami form and this form are completely different. That form was insane.
But I mean, it was after World Cup now. Like, he joined Inter Miami after World Cup.
Yeah, that form is not the same form as this form. So
that's what okay, I want to do something quickly, right? So Argentina should still be favorites to win outside of Brazil. And I just want to read out a few players on the...
They're the world champions, so...
Exactly. I feel like they're the team to beat, like, realistically. I just want to reach out a few Argentine players, like Garnacho. I'm going to leave out Di Maria. I didn't want to talk about Di Maria. Let's say Alvarez, Enzo, Dybala, Romero, Alex McAllister, Paredes, Lisandro Martinez. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Otamendi, Lo Celso,
guys.
Acuna.
Sorry, you're making one mistake. Olympics is happening at the same time. Some of these players are going to join the Olympic team.
Really?
Like, yeah. They have to send two first team players. So it's not all of them that will be there. I think Alvarez has already signed up for Olympics, but I think he's waiting for confirmation from Man City.
They also have Lautaro Martinez.
Yes, no, that team's solid.
They're a solid team.
They have Rodrigo De Paul.
Dybala.
No, they have Dybala. I already mentioned Dybala. They have Rodrigo De Paul that plays for Atletico Madrid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, again, that's why I'm torn between Brazil and Argentina, but I just feel like Brazil edge it out. But obviously, I won't be surprised if Argentina do win. My dark horse is Colombia for sure, without a doubt. Yeah. And player, I'll just go Vini, honestly. I don't really have any serious arguments for this one, but I just feel like of all the players, like, just seeing how his season is going so far, I think it's one of those things where he'll just, when you're just in flow, right? I feel like he'll take it right into the Copa, and then,
Yeah, winning player of the tournament for me.
Yep.
Ideally.
Well, yeah, so that brings us to the end of our predictions for Euros and Copa. So let's also know what you guys think from the teams you think we should watch out for, who you think is finishing in these groups, who you think is going all the way, the players you think would stand out, and there were some players that we might not have mentioned where you just feel they would have big tournaments as well. I feel like with these international tournaments, every time we have them, especially Euros, we always have like a breakout player that, there's always one or two breakout players where they go straight from Euros to teams looking into buying them and things like that. So I'm actually excited to see who it would be this year. The players would keep talking about after the Euros, even if they don't actually win it. So yeah. Yeah, I guess back to you guys, Andrew, Tosin. Anything to add here?
No, I think that's all good from my side. I think it should be both tournaments definitely are going to be exciting.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of storylines that could happen as usual, and yeah, just can't wait to see what happens, like what the results are. Knockout stages of Copa America is always insane. Plenty penalties, plenty red cards. So I can't wait for
bro,
that.
legit.
I know Euros is always very emotional. There's always all the storylines. I hope somebody doesn't die in this one. Just I can't wait for just that drama. And Peter Drury and all this. It's just exciting. You
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, and
yeah,
for me, I just hope we have an exciting tournament. And exciting both tournaments are it should be exciting. And I also hope that it stays injury free as much as possible.
yeah,
And yeah, I can't wait. It starts on Friday, so I'm excited for that.
yeah. And then for sure we'll be back here to discuss like the knockouts once group stage is complete. When we have the exact teams going to the knockout and the matchups, we'll for sure come back here and discuss. One thing I'm looking up is not many Chelsea players are going for Euros or Copa. So those guys they should go and train for next season. They should go and train with Enzo.
Yeah.
Chelsea man. We'll talk about it another time, but man, that team
Uh,
man,
they need
they're always changing code. They need deliverance,
need some
but yeah,
divine
but
intervention.
yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for listening up until this point. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.